Yo, what up, Sus fam? Welcome back to another video. Today, you guys asked for a Dragon Ball. Well, somebody specifically asked for a Naruto one, and I told them, unfortunately, I am not very versed in the land of Naruto. So he was cool if I did a Dragon Ball Z tier list. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go off of these characters, and this is just a regular one. So like, I'm just gonna base all of the tier list of like how I rate the character and how like I think they're super strong, coolness points, like stuff like that. So here we go. Let's just begin right off with this guy, Dispo. He's a Pride Trooper. I don't like his design. I think he's whack. Bottom. Dunzo. Here we go. Teen Gohan Super Saiyan 2 when he is fighting Cell in the Cell arc. That is probably one of like the top 3 most iconic moments in all of Dragon Ball Z. So that's going into the godly tier, 1012%. Then we come to my girl Android 21. She got introduced with the Dragon Ball Fighters game. She was like the main villain person, and she is freaking awesome. I love her look. Her powers are super cool. So she's godly tier. Boom, boom, Dunzo. Hit. I like Hit. He's kind of cool, but I don't know. I think he's overrated. I think he's like his design's cool. I like that his power's kind of unique-ish, because we did have Goldo, who did have the power to stop time before back in the Frieza saga, but his is just a little different. But I don't know. He's aight. We'll just move on to the next one. So now we have Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell was dope. He whooped Vegeta like he was nobody's business, and then fought Trunks and made them both just look like chumps after he became perfected because Vegeta allowed him to do so. So Cell, 100%, gotta go into the godly tier part.
Forgot about him fighting Goku, but we don't need to mention that.
Yeah, but like that Goku and him fight was just like, I don't know, like it's not, I don't want to say it was a warm-up, because Goku does say after he's done that he was going full power, but I don't know. Do you actually trust Goku when he says, yeah, I was going full power, Gohan's the only one who can beat him, you know?
No, because that was one of the main things where he's like, oh, you know, Gohan, you're the only one that can beat him, even though, I don't know, I feel like Goku did have more untapped potential where he could have fought Cell and like
done the work
especially
himself.
If he had the same factors to like protect his family and friends, of like seeing Yamcha, Tien, and all them getting beat up like Gohan did. Pretty sure he would have gotten to Super Saiyan 2 himself.
Well, no, so he already, I'm pretty positive he already had Super Saiyan 2 at that point. In the...
No, Gohan was the first one to go Super Saiyan 2.
Touche. Or he was the first one to show Super Saiyan 2. You never know. Goku's like one of those guys that he's married with his wife, and he's like, oh yeah, babe, we only have like $200 in the account. Meanwhile, there's like $4,000 sitting in, like, he seems like he's that kind of person. He would always hide his true power until actually like pushed to do so, I don't know. But yeah, we will move on from Cell, I think was the last one. So it looks like we got Chi-Chi. I personally find Chi-Chi to be one of the more annoying female characters. She actually might be my only one that I find annoying. Like, I like Bulma. I don't like Bulma, but I can tolerate Bulma. They were all introduced back in Dragon Ball, and like, you know, I don't know, like, yeah, she's the mom of Gohan, but she's just, I don't know, man, something about her was just not, I just found her annoying. Alright guys, next on the list, we have Cooler. Cooler, 1000% godly. I don't care what y'all say about that movie, if it was good or if the movie was bad. Cooler as a character is so much better than Frieza. Like, the way he sounds is more, he's more intimidating. His forms look cooler. And yeah, I just think he was a better villain than Frieza, and I don't understand why everybody loves that guy, but Cooler
Still
is
sad he's not a technically canon character. They should definitely bring him.
Who knows, man? Someday
super movie.
He might make it. All right, bro. So, what do you think about Ultimate Gohan training to use the Z sword? Because that's the next character on the list. I honestly think this is like the bottom of the barrel Gohan. Like, after what he did against Cell, I think the whole Majin Buu saga, Gohan just kind of became a joke to me at that point. Like, Goten was cooler than Gohan in that entire arc to me. What do you think? Give me your opinion.
I definitely agree. Like, at that point, he hasn't unlocked his full potential again from, having it unlocked initially by Guru. So once he gets the hidden potential unlock is where he just becomes a whole nother beast. He has the more serious, I'm a beat your booty attitude. And before that, I don't know, like you were saying, he's just very blah, bland. I don't know, a freaking shell of his former glory days of beating Cell and whatnot. Literally, like what Vegeta said, "You're a disgrace to the city."
Right. He's like, you're a little pansy worrying about high school and become the great Saiyaman. Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're gonna move on to the next character. We got Bulma. Bulma has actually been really useful in the series. Like, she's helped find the Dragon Balls countless times. She's always made the technology to do so. She made the Saiyan suits for them to go to Namek in, and just, I don't know, at least she's useful. Like, she's done stuff, and like, she's helped the Z fighters, and she's contributed. So you know what, we won't put her in B with Chi-Chi, but we are gonna just put her in A, because I still don't think she's that cool of a character.
So one thing I did want to clarify, this is only more or less going over their Z counterpart. Clearly, Bulma and Goku, they've done a bunch of things in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's being taken into account here. So.
Well, no, I said she's useful. Like, yeah, I did only state stuff from, like, Dragon Ball Z, but yeah, she was useful, and like, she was the reason why Goku left where he was at to go and hunt the Dragon Balls, because Goku was just living up in a mountain with his grandpa Gohan, and then Grandpa Gohan went kaput skis, and then here comes Bulma, and then him and Bulma go out and adventure together and meet Tien and Yamcha, Krillin, Puar, Oolong,
Master
and all
Roshi.
that. Yeah. So yeah, she's like I said, that's why she's in A. That's why she's not she ain't going anywhere else. But A is good for her. How about Topo? I don't like Topo. I think Topo
he's like, fight-wise, it was pretty cool, but besides for that, like, character-wise, universe-wise, like, everything about him is just dookie. I did not care for the whole Justice Warriors.
Yeah, same here.
Even Jiren was very blah.
Oh yeah, when I get to Jiren, he's
we'll
also he's also going to be in B. Khalifa's dope. Okay, see, that was a way to introduce a female character that was like, she had power, she could kick some butt, and like, she was cool. So she gets to go into godly tier. No,
we won't go into the whole Super Saiyan back tingling thing there, but that's
you know what, I'm gonna put her in S, not godly. Kale would definitely go godly. Like, Kale's got that more like Broly mentality, or just like that Broly energy, and like something about Broly.
Broly.
Yeah, and like OG Broly's easily one of my, if not my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball, period. Dunzo. Next, we have Whis. Whis is definitely got to be in godly, just because you've still never really seen what he's capable of. Like, you don't know if he could actually whoop Beerus's ass, or if Beerus would whoop his ass. Like, nobody knows, because Whis has really just kind of been there just chilling on the sidelines. So I like his design.
Him being Beerus's teacher, like, yeah, he's got to be stronger than him. Not only that, but like, I don't know, power scaling wise, he's an angel, so I'd imagine that he'd have more power than a god of destruction. Like, we still don't fully know Beerus's backstory, like where he came from and how he became the god of destruction, but
that's true.
I believe it's like on par, more level, or maybe status wise, we'll say, with like Supreme Kai, like he was saying. So he's more, most like something that
like a deity kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that.
He climbed up to god status, but Whis is past that, because I want to say the angels were created by Zeno, so he's got to have a lot more power than what it might lead him out to be.
Okay. All right, guys, y'all might not like what I'm gonna do, but Kaba, he's going into B. I didn't like Kaba, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched a ton of Dragon Ball Super. Like, the only arc I watched was the whole Goku Black and Zamasu thing, because it was really the only thing that kind of tickled my want to watch, but like just seeing what Cabo, who he was, and like him going under Vegeta to be like strong, I don't know. I didn't like it. It just reminded me too much of just a character that didn't really add much to the show. So Kaba, I'm sorry, bro. You're a B-. If I'd go even lower, but B's the lowest letter ranking here. Now, how about Super Broly? Where you put that?
I would put him at A, because I really do like how they expanded his story a little bit more with the Super variant. And of course, with him being canon now, we're going to see him hopefully in more stuff coming up. I know that there's also been a like series appearances in the movies now with Superhero. He was training to get his anger under control with Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
And we'll see more of him in the manga for sure.
So I put him up in Godly just because like it is still Broly, even though it's a different iteration on Broly. The immense power he has, I love that. Like his, I do like. So he was saying is like they changed like how he is and how he was, and I do believe it is cooler as a person. But like just like the other like Dragon Ball Z Broly's like, what do you want to call it? His ambitions is so specific, and it's literally one thing. He just wants to beat the crap out of Goku. So it's just like that to me was just so much funnier, and like it was just such a better reason to want to beat the crap out of everybody because he hated one guy. And like also even in both of the versions in Z and Super, he goes toe to toe with Goku and Vegeta at their max power, beats the crap out of both of them like they were nothing. And then in Super, they have to fuse to Gogeta to even, like, you know, whoop his butt and, you know, save themselves. So it's like, Broly's dope. Like, Broly's sick.
For sure.
So, Oob from Dragon Ball Z before GT, I gotta go with B. So, Oob comes into the tournament kind of towards the end of Z after Goku uses the Spirit Bomb to finish off Kid Buu. And then, like, he's like, yeah, I hope you become reincarnated. Oob is that reincarnation of Majin Buu. And there's still, like, it's not all of it, because, like, there is still, like, regular Buu, the big baby dude, diaper-wearing guy. He's in Z and stuff, too. So I think it's just, like, a different piece of Kid Buu comes out and forms.
It's the evil soul of Kid Buu reincarnated as a good person instead.
Okay. I didn't really know too much about Oob, but yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for that explanation, bro. Next is somebody I was already talking about, Frieza. I'm sorry. Frieza's a B- character to me. I didn't like him. I don't like any of his forms. His forms are all ugly butt cheeks. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into Frieza. I do not like this character at all. He stays down here. We're going to now move into the Future Saga arc.
Hold on. I want to give your
2 cents on Frieza?
Take on Frieza.
All right, let's hear it.
I would more or less agree with you, but I would put him at A solely because he gives us Super Saiyan. That's literally it. He gives us Super Saiyan. Like, if it wasn't for Frieza, we probably would never have gotten to that point, because Frieza being, at the time of that Z, blah, 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 the strongest in the galaxy, it's like, okay, we didn't know about Beerus and whatnot until Super came around. So, because of that, strongest enemy that Goku has ever gone up against unlocked Super Saiyan.
All right, fine. I will take him from B, and I'll just put I'll even put Golden Frieza in A as well, just because, like I said, even though it's a different form, it's still Frieza. I don't like Frieza.
Yeah, well, I guess you could argue like Z Frieza as opposed to Super Frieza.
Golden Frieza.
Booty.
Yeah. All right, so Future Saga. We got Fuse Zamasu, which is Goku Black and Zamasu fused together. That form, I'm gonna go
sick.
I'm gonna go in S. I'm not gonna go godly, but I'm gonna go S because, like I said, I haven't watched a ton of Super. I kind of skipped a lot of it just because I didn't really care for a lot of the stuff, but for some reason that arc was like, it was kind of cool to me. It was like, it was a little bit more of an original story instead of it just being like, oh look, here's the tournament of power, you got to go in and fight and do something that the series has done thousands of times. And I'm like, I'm sick of tournaments. I'm sick of like finals and semifinals. I'm sick of all that nonsense. I'm sorry. Dragon Ball, I'm over it. No more tournaments, please. So,
but how else are characters supposed to rapidly develop their powers without, confronting their worst?
Just have skirmishes. Like, I don't understand why everything's got to be showboated, and like, there's always got to be either money or the galaxy is at stake. If you lose, we're gonna just snap your universe out of existence, Thanos style. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a cool concept, but it's still just, it's not a cool thing for me. Goku, the main homie from the whole Dragon Ball series. Where would you give him?
Now, see, this is a very complicated one for me because initially, growing up watching, Z and Dragon Ball and all that, I really liked Goku, but then there were so many instances where he just became not even a gag character, but just, I don't know, too much of a ridiculous idiot, I guess is the best way to put it. And yes, I know that he's always had his like stupid moments and stuff like that, but I feel like specifically with Super, they did him so dirty. It's like, oh, I just want to get stronger and stronger and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, yeah, I don't know. You're literally about to wipe out 12 universes for being so ignorant and just wanting to fight.
Right. I think the best way to describe it is he hasn't evolved as a character. It's just like he just wants to fight. Like, here you got Vegeta, who was an evil guy. He's evolved in being a protector of all of his homies and his kid and all this other stuff. So it's like Vegeta's had character development. Goku has just had power development. Like, Goku's just Goku. He's the same person all the time, all the series, but at least like other characters have evolved and other stuff.
That is a very good way to put it, and I agree with that. Goku's more or less the same person in the whole 25 plus years that it's been around.
Exactly, right? And it's like there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's cool. It's like at least there's consistency, but then it's just like if you have so much consistency with how many episodes there is, it does get a little boring because it's just like, what's going to happen. It's like, okay, Goku's going to get the schmack down. All right, he's going to go train and he's going to get pissed off, and then he's going to unlock some new form and he's going to go get stronger and beat up whoever beat him up. Like, and that is honestly a lot of animes though. So like me and my bro have been watching One Piece. It's kind of the same thing. Like, Luffy goes toe to toe with all these good, super strong people. He starts fighting him, gets his butt kicked a little bit, but then like gets a little bit of a break or a timeout, and then he's like, okay, I've learned, now I gotta go back and then I'm gonna beat that ass. So it happened with Doflamingo. Me and him are now watching the Cake Island arc with Big Mom and stuff. So we watched him fighting Cracker and he was getting his butt whomped, but Nami ended up finding out a weakness and she helped him exploit that weakness, and now he was able to whoop Cracker pretty easily, and now, yeah. But yeah, that's One Piece. We're going to get back into Dragon Ball. So, next character is Android 18. I loved 18 when she got introduced. I think her design was sick. I loved how, like, careless her and her brother were. Android 18 and 17 are brother and sister, if y'all didn't know. They're twins.
Lapis and Lazuli are their names, in case you didn't know that.
Yep. I think she's godly tier. Like I said, she freaking put the mitts on Vegeta, broke his arm with literally one kick, and Vegeta was talking all this smack. Androids no fear, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, oh, you want to see fear, bro? Bam! One kick, done. Goodbye, Vegeta. One of the strongest people in Dragon Ball, done in one kick. It's like, I respect you. You sick. How about you? You agree?
Agreed. And, well, hold on. I did want to clarify, is this the future version of 18, or
it's just 18 as just 18 period. So like I said, this Dragon Ball list is just I picked them wherever thing, and it's just overall in general, like from when they're introduced and like stuff like that. So yeah, 18 has always been cool, and she ends up marrying Krillin and has a kid, and she's sick. So next character we have Super Saiyan God Gogeta. So, I think they did Gogeta much better in the Fusion Reborn movie when they introduced Janemba as the villain, and Goku and Vegeta were fighting in the other world trying to beat him up, and they couldn't do it, so they ended up fusing into Gogeta, and then they just freaking whipped Janemba's butt like he was nothing. I personally like that Janemba, that Gogeta more than the Dragon Ball Super one, just because I don't like Super Saiyan Blue. I think it's a dumb form and should have not have been introduced, period. Like, ooh, look at me, I'm Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan. It's like, why did you have to put so many words? Just go back to Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and 4. But that's a different discussion for a different day. Next fusion character we got is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. That was actually really sick. That was, I think, the first time that fusion was done in Dragon Ball, or that one's canon. Non-canon, technically, the first instance of a Gogeta and Janemba was first, but you know, I don't think that one actually is a canon story, right? Because Janemba isn't canonical.
What the hell are you smoking?
I don't know. Is Janemba canonical?
No, Janemba is not canonical.
Okay.
But Fusion Reborn, the movie, didn't come out before the Buu arc.
What?
Storyline-wise?
I'm pretty sure it's the same time, dude, because Vegeta and Goku... So Goku's still dead. Or... Yeah. Yeah. Well, here, we'll talk about that later. Because I'm pretty sure the first time you see I think it's called the Metamoran fusion, is with Trunks and Goten when they're trying to fight Super Buu from the thing. And I think I'll do Vados last. So the next character we're gonna do is gonna be the last one of the video, just because I don't want this to be a bajillion hours. So Vados, I honestly think she's really sick. I like her design. I also don't really know anything about her, though. She's also from Super. I think, from my understanding, I think that's Whis' sister, or like some sort of relative, because they look super similar. Maybe brother has more insight on her, because I know nothing about Vados other than she's kind of like Whis. She's like an angel and something or whatever.
Yeah, so all universes have their own respective angel that governs over it. And so Vados is Universe 6's version of Whis, more or less. But yes, you are correct. They are siblings.
Okay.
I want to say all of the angels are siblings with each other, but I honestly think I might have not paid attention too much when they were explaining that. I'll have to go through and
do some research. Okay. All right, guys. Well, yeah. If you want me to finish the One Piece one that we started, leave a comment, let me know, and that can be the next one we do, and we'll finish up. Well, I don't know if we'll finish, because I think there was still like even more characters on the One Piece one than there is on this Dragon Ball one. Or if you want me to finish this Dragon Ball list, please feel free to let me know, and yeah, I'll pick up, and we will finish it from this point, and then yeah. Thank you so much, Sus fam, for watching today's video. We hope you guys enjoyed our take on... So, this was mostly my take on where I would put characters from Dragon Ball, but we did get some insight on some extra reasons of why they should not be from the bro. So thank you, bro, for joining me in this video.
Of course.
And
happy to be here.
Thank you, Sus fam, for watching. This has been the Sus Bros. Instant transmissioning away.